Hey, this is Nancy Slater, and I'm the instructor for your Intro to Illustrator class, and we'll be working together for the next 12 weeks studying Adobe Illustrator. And here it says CS6, and much of your textbook will look like a CS6 textbook. When there are updates that are applied that apply to Adobe Illustrator CC, I will make sure that those updates are available to you in your weekly content as well. For the most part, the textbook is the same. Again, just some minor differences associated with the two versions. And we're going to go ahead and play the PowerPoint. Chapter 1, it's a discovery tour basically. We're going to run through and do a minor exercise and cover some of the interface of Adobe Illustrator. For those of you that have worked in Illustrator before, a lot of this will be a rerun or a little redundant, but it's good information, and as you get further into the textbook and into the chapters, you'll find that there's much more new and interesting information for you to learn. But the goal of this particular chapter is, first of all, to better understand what Illustrator is all about, what you use it for. Illustrator is a vector-based software, which means that it is comprised of points and paths rather than pixels, as Photoshop, which is a bitmap or a pixel-based software. So again, we're going to learn a little bit more about that in Illustrator. We're going to actually work drawing a logo, and I'll demonstrate some of this as well and record it and upload it. But we're going to redo this logo. We're going to look at some of the tools and features of Illustrator along while we're building the logo, and again, better understand what the purpose of Illustrator is. What's so great about Illustrator? A couple of things I think that are to me, the reason why I use Illustrator rather than another software. And that again is something I alluded to just a moment ago, the vector-based software that it is. It allows me to make one logo design, for example, and I can size it without losing resolution or clarity from the size of a business card up to the size of billboards. So again, that's one of the things that I love about Illustrator. It does create, you can create one-page layouts, you can create logos, you can draw illustrations. Again, just a lot that we can do, and we'll do some of that in this introductory class. And I think that it can help you as a graphic designer, because this is one of the primary software that contemporary graphic designers work in. This along with Photoshop and InDesign. Now this is a finished example of the exercise that we'll be doing, this logo that we're going to do. We're going to, and again, this is kind of trying to replicate real world situations or scenarios, and a lot of times you'll be sketching on a napkin or a sheet of paper or a drawing pad. An idea will come to light that you really like, you'll scan it and then draw over it. So that's exactly what we're going to do with this logo in just a couple of minutes. It's a great resource to reproduce, redo, revise, rework, re-envision traditionally and digitally created artwork and imagery. So again, we can create new, or we can revise and rework. I worked in screen printing design, t-shirt printing, t-shirt designs, and that's all we worked in was Illustrator. And again, primarily because it was vector-based and we could resize it easily, and you could create clear, crisp lines, and primarily, again, worked in Illustrator. It's used by print, it can be used for web, it can be used, interactive designers use it, architects, animators, and traditional artists. It makes drawings using vectors, and again, we'll talk about that a little bit more in Chapter 3, but vectors is what makes Illustrator so easily scaled and easy to work with. Here's some examples of Illustrator art. You'll see the very detailed illustration that you can create with Illustrator. Again, this is created using the gradient mesh tool. This variety of different tools, but again, All three of these are just wonderful illustrations that are made with the use of the software Illustrator. It creates, colors, edits, and adds special effects to original or traced drawings. It formats and renders type and enhance typographic layout and design effectively. It will produce for the web and multimedia as well. And you can also export graphics to other vector-based formats such as Flash, which is not, that's one of the softwares that Adobe has stopped. Not so much Adobe, but some of the other companies have stopped supporting. But again, definitely able to export it to other vector-based formats. And that's it for this particular overhead. The next time you hear from me, I'll be doing a brief demo to get you started on the logo design and or the logo redraw. And again, feel free to text or email or Blackboard instant message me with any questions you might have. Good having you this semester.